Hi, welcome everybody. Guess where I am? I'm in the beautiful and quaint city of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, and I'm here with a guest. And if you're from Moose Jaw, you know who my guest is. This fellow here, he's a very well-respected businessman and also a humanitarian. So I want to welcome Darryl Beaton.
Well, thank you, Lee.
You have been described to me as the most well-loved landlord in Saskatchewan. So tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Well, actually, I'm just a retired old guy that has several students in three buildings here in Moose Jaw, all Sask Poly students. I take great pride in making sure our students are well taken care of. Our international students probably a little more than most. I like to be here for them to make them a seamless transition into Moose Jaw, into Saskatchewan, into Canada. It's very rewarding for me, and our students really appreciate it.
I think they do. I've heard so many good things about the experience that the students have when they live in one of your houses. So tell us, how did you get started renting out properties to international students?
Well, actually, I lived in Calgary for 30 years, but I grew up here in Moose Jaw. So we were looking for something to come back for retirement, some kind of investment. Real estate was not part of our priority, but we did come across this really dilapidated 3,300 square foot former mansion.
Okay, and I think that's where we are right now.
Yeah, that's where we are now, yeah. Close to Sask Poly. And, looking at it in Calgary pricing and looking at it in Moose Jaw pricing, it looked like a pretty good deal. So anyway, we were looking at it, and because we're so close to Sask Poly and we have no student housing for Sask Poly here, we thought it would make a good student house because it's only 5 minutes away, 5-minute walk. So we started restoring it. We bought it, we started restoring it. It took a whole year.
Wow.
And quite a bit of money.
Okay. Darryl, tenants, how do you choose your tenants?
Most of my tenants, I don't even meet until they arrive at the front door here at the mansion or one of our other buildings. Or most on the internationals, I don't meet them until I pick them up to the airport upon arrival. One of the key things that helps me choose the tenants is we have a very, very detailed website so that the students know what to expect. We've got some good testimonials in there that from previous students, and that's quite helpful. Generally, I talk to them via email because they're half a world away, and I can tell from a well-written email whether they would be a good fit in one of our buildings or not. And so far it's worked out extremely well.
So this is the mansion. We're going to go to the third floor in a moment. Here I'm going to show you this floor. We have 5 floors in total here. If we go to our left, we have a common space area, which has a nice table, 2 sofas, and a nice TV where we can hang around with all of the people living here. To the right, we have the kitchen, which has everything we need, basically. And everything is coded by the numbers of the bedrooms that we have, so each one has a lovely cupboard. And there's also common things like pots and pans and forks and spoons there. So every bedroom has a number, as you can see.
So this must be incredibly rewarding.
Oh, it's incredibly rewarding. The students keep me young. I enjoy helping them. I enjoy showing them our country. I enjoy showing them our city.
It'd be especially exciting for you when they finish school and they become successful. Do you have any students' stories that stand out for you about when they achieved real success?
She was from India. She was looking for a human resources job because that was her specialty. I took her to a few interviews. She landed a job out of Saskatchewan. She actually gets to work from home here in Moose Jaw. Extremely successful. She's an HR recruiter. She's been doing it a couple of years now, doing extremely well. We also have one of our girls, another one from India that arrived here, ran for student president for SPSA. She's doing an incredible job advocating for students. We're really proud of her. She's doing a great job. I have a couple of other students that took on trade jobs, which in quite a few countries is not considered, if it's not academic, it's not really a good job to be in. But I had one really good example. I actually have a couple. But one, I had a young guy, his mother emailed me and said he would like to come to Canada to learn a trade, and he'd like to go to Saskatchewan, and he's interested in welding. What do you know? Is that a good thing for him to do? So I did a little research for her, and I found out, yeah, it is quite a good career. So a year later, she sent him here. He came here. He took a 1-year pre-employment welding course here at Saskatchewan in Moose Jaw. A week after he graduated, he was offered a job, a really good job. They helped him with PR. He's making enough money to live extremely comfortable, and even has enough money to send back to Jamaica to a single mom.
That's
so
amazing.
That is a great success story.
Okay, that's something that I talk to the students about a lot, and it's about the trades in general, that maybe where you're from, the trades are not as respected as, being in business or whatever. In Canada, the trades are respected. They have to be, because they're absolutely essential. Think about how extreme our winters are and how necessary they are. Last night, for me, was a perfect example of understanding how valuable the trades are when I had to phone an emergency plumber who came to my house charging a low rate of $250 an hour. The trades are valuable. You have to respect them, because I can't do that. I don't know how electrical work. I don't know how to do plumbing. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. It's very valuable work. They get a lot of respect in Canada. There's no question.
They do. I have another story I just have to share.
Sure.
I had a student that arrived, another student from India. He arrived with a Bachelor's of Business Administration from India. He took a course here, a postgraduate course here at Saskatchewan. And then while he's going to school, he was working at the pork plant, which is, not a real respectable job in a lot of people's eyes. He worked there part-time after he graduated. He worked there for a year. He got his PR. And then after he got his PR, he thought, okay, now it's time to get a real career. But I don't want to be an office guy.
Yeah.
I just don't. So he said, I want to be a plumber.
Yeah.
And so and he was very good at networking. So actually he networked through our students. And one of the students' friends was working for a large plumbing company, and they were looking for people. So through the networking, he landed a job. He got offered a job as an apprentice, so he's apprenticing right now. And he is making double the amount of any first-year student I've ever heard before.
Yeah.
So he's doing
Nice.
extremely well in a job that he likes, because he had no desire to sit in the office for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are some success stories I'm pretty proud of. Say really a good thing for all students.
That's fantastic. Okay, so one of the things that I've heard about you as a landlord is that you do a lot of different activities and events and parties and, different things for the students. Can you tell me about some of those?
Sure, we have several events for our students over the course of the year. In September, we have a Meet the Roommates Night,
Nice.
and that's usually here in the backyard of the mansion or one of the other buildings, sometimes at my farm. And we get all of our students together from all of the buildings. Most of them are here first time. They've never been in Canada, or they've never been away from home for the first time. And they get to meet each other, and it works out really well. They get to tell each other stories and where they're from and so on. When they get to school, they actually see somebody in the hallway they recognize.
So much better than being lonely.
Oh yeah. It building a sense of community amongst the students certainly makes it much easier for all. And it's not just the international, it's also the domestic students too. Then in December, we have a thing called Hot Chocolate and Bailey's Night.
Fun.
And it's usually around Christmas time, so we also have a little Christmas thing to it also. And we get all the students together in one of our houses, and my wife and I dress up as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, that's perfect.
And we have gag Christmas gifts that we give to every one of our students. Most of it comes from the dollar store.
Love it, love it.
And then at Christmas time, because the domestic students generally go home, the school is shut down for a couple of weeks. Our international students get pretty lonely, with everybody gone, and they're so far away from home. So at that time, in the last couple of years, we've invited our international students out to our farmhouse for a Christmas dinner. And it's quite interesting because, of course, we have our vegetarians, we have our halal people, we have, just our Canadian dietary type people. So we make sure that everybody's covered. And in a usual year, we'll have 20 or 25. And we have a great
20,
time.
25 people.
Yeah,
That's a
great
full
time.
house.
It is a very full
That
house.
sounds amazing.
And we have a great time. And we toboggan and we take out the quads and we drag each other around on toboggans. It's so
Cool.
fun. And then in the summertime, we have a summer event. In fact, that's coming up pretty quick for us, where we'll tour the countryside in our golf carts and our quads and so on. And we have various amounts of events.
Like a family.
It is.
It sounds
is.
like a family.
It's building community, and
Yeah.
it really helps everybody get through the years.
Yeah. So, yeah, you've taken on a lot. That's really remarkable. I can see why the students really care about you. So, okay, so the different events that you do and all of the different things that you do for the students, what are some of the key supports that you feel the international students need?
Okay, well, I would say probably with the international students, of course, they get here without cars generally.
Yep.
So I do have a system right now. I have a little project that I do every Thursday morning here in Moose Jaw, and then in the afternoons they're free. So our students, I get the ones that don't have cars, they know that I'm here on Thursdays. So I'll pick them up, we'll go to a superstore or various grocery stores, they can get their groceries, or I'll take them to Service Canada or wherever they need to go. That's a pretty common Thursday afternoon for the internationals. Internationals, quite often need support on how the banking works and how, a lot of this cultural stuff that is just, for the Canadians it's easy, but for the internationals it's definitely not. So there's quite a few different things.
Being successful in Saskatchewan, can you think of any tips for students who are hoping to be successful in Saskatchewan?
Well, I tell students every year I tell them exactly the same thing. Network. I know, step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Don't just stay in that comfort zone of your own country people or your, the language or anything. Just get out there and network with Canadians, network with other country people.
Yeah.
The more people you know, the chances are so much better once you graduate.
So many opportunities can just, boom, just happen.
Huge.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a big landlord. You've got several houses, lots of tenants. You making a lot of money doing this?
No. No. In fact, in student rentals,
No.
there isn't. If you want to offer everything that the students need and try to keep it affordable,
Yeah.
it is by no means even close to being profitable. The buildings pay for themselves, but there's no profit left at the end.
Yeah.
Where the profit comes in is because the buildings over the years builds equity.
Yeah.
So the end game, when I'm done doing this, but who knows when that'll ever be.
Yeah.
Then that's where the money comes, just the equity in the buildings.
Yeah.
But if you want to get into student rentals for profit, you should pick a different avenue.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so working a lot, doing all kinds of things to fix up the house and take care of the students. So what would you say this work does for you personally?
Oh.
You're not making money, we've established that.
Yeah, no, not at all. Actually, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
It's incredibly rewarding. When I get to see students from being absolutely nervous and so scared of being so far from home,
Yeah.
and then taking on a new school, a new culture, new currency, new procedures of just about everything, and then I see them as they grow and grow and grow, and by the time they're graduating, they've come so far. It's extremely rewarding, and it feels really good to be a part of that.
Yeah.
through that whole process.
Okay, so you house students, lots of international students, but you house Canadian students as well.
Yeah.
What's the key difference between the two?
Well, actually, the main key difference between Canadian students and international students, Canadian students understand the culture, they understand the, how everything works, even which side of the street to drive on. So,
Yeah.
With the international students, with the Canadian students, when they need me, it's more of a physical thing, like a car that won't start,
Yeah.
or, stuff like that, or something they need fixed in their room. Very, very minimal physical type stuff. International students, they need emotional help quite often.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
someone to keep them going.
Yeah.
Like, don't give up. You're doing great. Like
Yes.
it's not.
Yeah.
And of course, if they need help with even little things like going to Service Canada or even getting to Moose Jaw from Regina.
Yeah.
Same thing, back with the cars, they don't have cars, so they need help getting groceries. The odd time I'll load up half a dozen international students and we'll go to Regina to a big international food store,
Oh, nice.
so they can get some of the stuff to make things a little more familiar to home.
Yeah.
They need a lot, and thank goodness, because of the relationship I've built with most of them, they're not afraid to ask for help, and that's huge. That's really huge.
That is huge, definitely. Just letting them know somebody cares about them and someone you ask and you can get some help.
That's
Yeah. You've lived in Calgary. You're a Saskatchewan guy. So that's most of your life. You're a prairie guy. So let's talk about Saskatchewan. What does Saskatchewan have that the other provinces don't have?
Well, Saskatchewan has probably the number one thing I would say about Saskatchewan is it's an affordable place to live.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to other cities, other provinces, we have good job opportunities here. They don't just fall in your lap. You have to look for them. But, there's good. You can make an average wage and live extremely well.
Yeah.
That the other cities, other provinces just do not offer.
Mm-hmm.
That would be probably number one.
Yeah, I agree with that, absolutely. What would you say are the key traits, the personality traits, the key habits that are going to make students successful?
Well, it's back to the networking.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Like the networking, anyone that networks well will get opportunities when they graduate.
Yeah.
And it's not just, the person that you're going to school with. It's the person that's serving you coffee. It's the person that you meet on the street. It's the neighbors. If you get the opportunity to volunteer, there's several nonprofit places here in Moose Jaw that are just itching for volunteers. And it not only looks good on a resume, but it's also quite fulfilling, and you get to meet more and more people. The more you network, the better. And the other key thing is don't give up.
Don't give up.
Just keep on keeping on.
Don't get too depressed.
Yeah, don't let the little setbacks get to you, because they're just little setbacks.
Little setbacks.
And just
Absolutely.
keep going.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you completely. Positivity.
Yes.
Being positive. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you're positive.
I'm positive.
I'm positive too. Yes, of course.
right.
Always gotta just keep on.
Well, you
keep
do.
on going.
Yeah, you do.
For sure. Well, anyways, thank you so much, Daryl. Oh my
You're
gosh,
welcome.
and inviting me to the mansion. Wow, this is really special. Such a warm and welcoming place, and it's really remarkable what you've done.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Thank you for being on the podcast.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Daryl.
Thanks.
For this area, in this floor, we have one bathroom. Which is and nice. And this, we have another bathroom suite. It is also really large. And it has a separate toilet, so the person that is taking a shower doesn't have to do that. The back of the house. We have this we can barbecue with different gatherings. There's barbecue things over there. There's this is swing where we can hang out and have really nice time and look at this lovely view. So this is mansion in the back.